When was the last time something truly excited you? Excited you so much that you couldn't wait to share it with others? Maybe it was the hearty laugh of a lifelong friend, the surprise bloom of a forgotten garden, or mastering something new at 70. Great ideas can do that too. They flick on the light and reveal opportunities that have quietly waited for us all along. This is Senior Wisdom, a celebration of possibility at every age. In each episode, we'll meet remarkable people proving life's second half can be its richest chapter. Let's begin.
Pause with me for a breath. Picture the last time someone's voice, laugh, or gentle touch lifted the weight from your shoulders. Perhaps it was a neighbor waving from across the street, a longtime friend phoning out of the blue, or a grandchild sending a shaky, emoji-filled text that made you grin for hours. That spark is the power of connection, and it matters more than any pill in the cabinet or gadget on the shelf. Today, we explore how strengthening social ties can lengthen life, deepen happiness, sharpen memory, and give every sunrise fresh meaning. You and I will journey through stories, science, and simple practices that weave stronger threads between us and the people we cherish, or the people we have not yet met but soon will. Loneliness is a clever illusionist. It slips in quietly, disguised as comfort. Silent breakfasts, empty calendars, evenings spent with the television as sole companion. At first, the quiet feels restful. Over time, it can drain color from the day. Researchers at Brigham Young University compared chronic loneliness to smoking 15 cigarettes daily in terms of mortality risk. Imagine that. Something invisible, legal, and seemingly harmless can endanger a heart as much as a pack-a-day habit. The wonderful news is that the cure is not hidden in a laboratory. It lives in conversation, in shared projects, in laughter echoing across a kitchen table. We will learn to cultivate that cure intentionally. Let us start with Jane, age 70. She spent most of her career caring for patients as a nurse, moving constantly through wards filled with buzzers, laughter, and grief. Retirement arrived suddenly after one final night shift. The first weeks felt like vacation. No alarms, no scrubs. By month 3, Jane noticed an unease. Days stretched shapeless, meals lost flavor, and her energy dissolved. She considered adopting a cat, but worried about the litter box. One afternoon, scrolling community listings, she saw local choir seeks altos. Jane had not sung since high school, yet something in the invitation tugged. She auditioned, shaking. The conductor smiled and said, "Welcome home." Rehearsals filled Tuesday nights, concerts sprinkled weekends, and strangers became companions who inquired if she was absent. Jane's calendar regained structure, her posture straightened, and the doctor lowered her blood pressure medication. Harmonies and friendships braided together. Music tuned her heart literally and figuratively. Jane's transformation reveals the first principle of strong social ties: regular, scheduled interaction. A spontaneous coffee visit is delightful, but the nervous system thrives on predictable contact. Just like plants thrive on consistent watering. Choose at least one recurring activity: choir, bridge club, volunteer shift, Saturday morning market stroll with neighbors. The predictability signals the brain's social circuits to remain active and resilient. Social ties also influence cognition. A study in the journal Neurology followed nearly 3,000 adults over a dozen years. Those reporting daily social engagement showed a 50% slower decline in memory tasks compared to those who spent days alone. Conversation is aerobic exercise for neurons. Storing a name, anticipating a pause to speak, reading facial cues, all combine into a mental obstacle course that keeps synapses firing. When you discuss book plots, debate sports scores, or share recipes, you are effectively taking your brain for a jog. In Budapest lives Tibor, 84, a retired mathematician who once lectured to lecture halls buzzing with students. After his wife passed, silence echoed in their apartment. Tibor's daughter gave him a tablet and showed him an online chess platform. Nervous, he accepted the first game invitation from a user named RookRanger94. The username belonged to a high school student in Oregon who loved endgame puzzles. They typed intermittent comments between moves, then scheduled rematches. Weeks later, Tibor asked if video chat was possible so he could see this mysterious youngster's face. They spoke for 2 hours, Tibor practicing English, the student learning Hungarian phrases. Their weekly games expanded into cultural exchange. Tibor mailed a scarf his wife had knitted, and the student mailed a baseball signed by teammates. Across oceans and generations, castles and bishops forged a bridge. Tibor's physician reports improved mood and sharper executive function. The doctor jokes, the prescription is 1 pawn advance per day. Technology can widen circles when geography, mobility, or pandemics shrink them. Yet digital connection differs from in-person connection in texture and nutrient density. Think of it like powdered orange drink versus freshly squeezed juice. Both hydrate, but one floods the senses with aroma and pulp. So let us weave both. Call your friend across the continent on Tuesday. Then meet your neighbor for a real hug on Wednesday. Now, meet Lillian and Samir, married 60 years. Their doctor suggested more physical activity for cardiovascular health. Rather than join a gym, they started walking dates. Each morning, they choose a new street within 5 kilometers, drive to the start, then stroll hand in hand, noticing architectural quirks, blossoming trees, and porch cats. They snap smartphone photos and later map the route on a wall chart with red pins. Friends grew curious and asked to join. Soon a Friday walking club formed. Membership fee. A thermos of coffee to share halfway. The club expanded to 15 seniors plus 3 dogs, each walk culminating in group selfies and high fives. Cardiologists praise the step counts, but Lillian insists the greater benefit is playful accountability. On dreary mornings, someone texts, "Pin drop at 9 a.m., and attendance surges because no one wants to disappoint the circle. Accountability groups illustrate the second principle. Shared goals deepen ties. Humans bond fastest when pursuing something together. Fitness, crafts, advocacy, study. Shared purpose glues conversation beyond small talk. Reflect. What goal excites or challenges you? Craft a tiny version and invite others. Paint one landscape weekly. Learn 3 phrases of Italian daily. Pick litter in the park each Sunday. The goal becomes the campfire. People gather and warm themselves. Not all ties must be new. Rekindling dormant connections can feel like discovering a favorite album in a dusty attic. Each of us has acquaintances adrift in memory, former colleagues, cousins, classmates. Psychologists call these weak ties, and research shows weak ties offer unexpected boosts of happiness when reactivated. Send a short message. Saw something today that reminded me of you. How are you? Provide one line of context so the brain can locate you in its archives and reply. Many will respond with delight, some will not, and that is fine. Celebrate those that do. Yet strong ties require maintenance. Imagine relationships as gardens. Neglect invites weeds of misunderstanding and droughts of resentment. Watering involves small gestures, a birthday card, a meme that fits their humor, a sincere compliment delivered face to face. The Gottman Institute studied long-term marriages and found the magic ratio of positive to negative interactions is 5-to-1. That means 5 smiles, acts of kindness, or expressions of interest for each critical comment. Apply the ratio broadly, friends, siblings, neighbors, and watch friction dissolve. Conflict sometimes erupts despite best efforts. Healthy social networks are not free of disagreement. They are skilled at repair. Rita, 72, argued with her best friend over political differences during an election. Both raised voices, then retreated hurt. 2 months passed. Rita mailed a handwritten note acknowledging tension, expressing love, and offering coffee to listen without debate. The friend accepted. They talked, cried, and set boundaries. Politics off the menu unless curiosity invites. Their friendship emerged stronger, having proven fireproof. Remember, apology is not defeat. It is bridge maintenance. Bridging across cultures and generations further enriches social nutrition. Intergenerational programs pair seniors with school children for reading, coding, or gardening. In Chicago, GrandBuddy Gardens unites daycare toddlers and retirement home residents who plant seeds together. Toddlers squeal at worms, elders chuckle and teach gentle handling. Tomato vines later droop with fruit, metaphors for growth on both sides. Blood pressure readings drop, vocabulary expands, and loneliness statistics shrink. If such a program does not exist nearby, you can spark one. Call a school principal and propose a monthly story circle. Many institutions welcome low-cost, high-impact partnerships. Let us design practical exercises to strengthen your own ties. Begin with a social health checkup. Draw 3 concentric circles on paper. In the innermost, list people you trust deeply, perhaps family, 1 or 2 best friends. In the middle, list regular companions, gym partners, neighbors, choir mates. In the outer circle, list acquaintances you greet, but rarely engage. Observe balance. Some circles bulge, others look sparse. Choose one name from the outer ring and one from the middle. Plan an action this week to nudge each inward. Invite the acquaintance for tea. Ask the regular companion about their weekend in a heartfelt conversation. Over weeks, your circles become vibrant. Another exercise is the 3-minute messenger. Each morning after brushing teeth, send a short message of appreciation or curiosity to someone different. Voice memo, email, postcard, or text. Format matters less than consistency. Keep it genuine. Thinking of your generosity at last month's craft fair, your kindness inspired me, or saw your garden blooms, what fertilizer do you use? Over a year you will brighten 365 days for yourself and many more for others. Community involvement supercharges ties. Volunteering offers structure, meaning, and a ready-made team. Carol, 77, joined a soup kitchen as a dishwasher. She expected to scrub pans silently. Instead, she found laughter swirling with soap suds, a baritone volunteer who sings jazz standards, and guests who share life stories while waiting for seconds. Carol's shift ends with hugs sticky from tomato sauce and warmth draped over her shoulders. She returns home physically tired, emotionally full. Service resets the loneliness thermostat. Faith communities, hobby clubs, activist groups, and sports leagues all provide similar scaffolding. If mobility limits travel, consider phone-based ministries or letter-writing collectives. In rural Wales, elders engage in phone choir, dialing into a conference call where a conductor leads hymns. Voices blend through landlines, misaligned by milliseconds, yet unity transcends latency. Participants report tears of joy and lumps of gratitude. Pets can act as social bridges. Dog owners know walks lead to spontaneous chats with fellow walkers. Cat photos spark online friendships. Even fish or parakeets provide conversation starters for visitors. Animal-assisted therapy programs invite volunteers to bring gentle pets to nursing homes, sparking memories in dementia patients. If adopting a pet feels heavy, volunteer at a shelter. Brushing cats for 30 minutes still triggers oxytocin release. Speaking of chemistry, let's unpack hormones. Oxytocin, known as the bonding hormone, surges during affectionate touch and eye contact. Dopamine spikes when we anticipate social reward, like waiting for a friend's text. Serotonin rises when we feel valued within a group. Endorphins soar during collective movement, such as dancing or group exercise. Together, these chemicals form the biological chorus of connection. When loneliness persists, cortisol, the stress hormone, dominates, impairing immunity and sleep. Strengthening ties realigns the hormonal choir to a healing melody. Physical closeness is powerful, yet safe boundaries matter. Consent is key. Ask before hugging. Some prefer handshakes, fist bumps, or no touch at all. Respect fosters safety, which fosters deeper openness. Social ties intersect with identity. LGBTQ+ seniors, immigrants, and minorities may feel unseen in mainstream clubs. Seek affinity groups, Rainbow Elders Alliances, heritage cultural centers, language cafes. If none exist, seed one. Post flyers, start a meetup, or host a virtual room. Authentic identity expression attracts kindred spirits. Now, a word on accessibility. Hearing loss often drives withdrawal because conversation becomes exhausting. Invest in hearing aids if recommended. Choose quiet venues for gatherings, carpeted rooms, small tables. Ask friends to face you while speaking. If you see someone nodding politely yet contributing little, ask if background noise troubles them. Inclusion lifts everyone. Vision impairment similarly isolates. Offer large print materials at club meetings, describe spectacle details aloud, and use apps that convert text to speech. Tech again extends community. A blind friend reads group emails via screen reader and responds via voice dictation. Patience and formatting courtesy keep her fully integrated. Transportation barriers can break ties. Carpool networks, paratransit vans, ride-share gift cards, or remote participation options mitigate. When organizing gatherings, add a line. Need a lift? Call me. That small invitation removes pride obstacles. Language may be another divide. Bilingual gatherings foster humility and laughter. At an Italian-Canadian senior center, lunchtime includes word swap. Before dessert, each attendee teaches one word in their first language. Vocabulary sheets travel home and appear scribbled on refrigerators. Minds stretch, tongues tangle, laughter ensues, and empathy blossoms. Celebration ritualizes connection. Host potluck birthdays, anniversaries, even half-birthdays. Rituals give shape to time and anticipate joy. Mariam, 86, hosts Summer Solstice Samosa Party. Neighbors count down to her spicy lentil triangles and stargazing in lawn chairs. The party started with 6 guests. Last year, 50 attended, bringing folding tables and citronella candles. Mariam jokes that she does not need social media because samosas broadcast better than Wi-Fi. Humor disarms loneliness. Daily joke exchanges via email or group chat keep wit limber. Studies show laughter groups lower depression scores. You need not become a stand-up comic. Share a pun, forward an animal video, recount a toddler's mispronunciation. Humor reminds us we are wonderfully flawed creatures learning together. Let's address social anxiety. Some hearts race at gatherings. Strategies help. Arrive early to greet newcomers one-on-one. Prepare 2 open-ended questions like, "What brought you here?" or "What's a hobby you picked up recently?" Listen more than speak. People appreciate being heard. Take breaks in quiet corners if overwhelm creeps in. Gradual exposure rewires fear circuits. If shyness blocks entrances, volunteer roles provide purpose shields. Greeting at the door, pouring coffee, or stacking songbooks offers a script and reason to stand present without small talk pressure. Over time, conversations flow naturally. Forgiveness is the sanitation crew of social networks. Old grudges clog arteries of connection. Write unsent letters releasing resentment. Burn them safely. Forgiveness frees energy for new bonds. It does not excuse hurtful behavior. It removes its power over your present. Grief, likewise, shapes connections. After loss, some friends avoid contact, not knowing what to say. Initiate gently. "I miss them today. Want to share a memory?" Inviting remembrance permits shared mourning and prevents isolation. Caregiving introduces unique strain. Those tending to ill spouses or relatives may shrink circles out of fatigue. Offer respite, a 2-hour shift, a meal, administrative help. Caregivers who accept support sustain health, extending care quality for loved ones. If you are a caregiver, schedule social nourishment like medication, mandatory doses of friends and laughter. Let us craft a social strength plan. Grab that notebook. Title the page, My Connection Blueprint. Below, 3 headings: Reach Out, Show Up, Grow Together. Under Reach Out, list 3 people you have not spoken with in over a month. Write 1 sentence you could send them. Under Show Up, list 1 recurring activity you will attend this month, maybe library knitting circle or Saturday market chat. Under Grow Together, list a goal you will pursue with at least 1 other person, training for a charity walk, co-authoring family history, or rehearsing a duet. Schedule dates beside each item. Close the notebook, set a reminder to review in 2 weeks, and track progress. Over time, you will witness ripple effects. Reach Out messages become coffee invitations. Show Up routines anchor weeks. Grow Together projects bind hearts. Metrics appear in smiles, in names saved on phones, in photos populating gallery apps. Technology offers additional scaffolding. Video calls compress distance, group chats coordinate events, digital calendars ping reminders, and social platforms unite niche interests, ukulele jazz or vintage tractor restoration. Yet technology must serve, not replace, face-to-face warmth whenever feasible. At times, global crises hinder gatherings. Pandemic lockdown taught creative adaptation. Balcony sing-alongs, driveway picnics, telephone trees, Zoom weddings. Invest energy in adaptability muscle. Future disruptions will come, and communities that pivot together thrive. We cannot forget the environment's influence. Public benches invite conversation. Parks host Tai Chi. Community notice boards advertise workshops. Advocate for age-friendly urban design. Well-lit sidewalks, audible crossing signals, accessible transit. Civic engagement itself forges shared purpose while improving conditions for everyone. Financial barriers sometimes deter participation. Many seniors live on fixed incomes. Organize no-cost events. Potluck film nights using library DVDs. Neighborhood concerts with amateur musicians. Skill-sharing swaps, where lessons replace currency. Creativity outranks budgets. Now let us breathe together. Inhale slowly through the nose for 4 counts, hold for 2. Exhale through the mouth for 6. As you inhale, visualize inhaling shimmering threads of connection from every corner of your life. As you exhale, imagine weaving those threads into a vibrant net that supports you and catches others who fall. Repeat twice more. Whisper inwardly, I deserve friendship. I offer friendship. Feel the warmth spread behind the sternum. This affirmation primes the subconscious to notice opportunities to smile, wave, and engage throughout the day. Before we close, listen to Elijah's story. At 93, he lives in a small apartment overlooking a bustling plaza. Arthritis limits walks, yet he refuses isolation. Each morning he opens the window and greets passers-by with, "Good day, friend." Some wave, others stop to chat. Over months, Elijah became plaza mascot. Local barista delivers cappuccino. School children shout progress on math tests. Commuters glance up for their daily dose of optimism. Elijah argues he hasn't left home, but the world visits him. His physician says Elijah's vital signs rival 60-year-olds. The prescription? Heartfelt hellos. Elijah teaches our final principle. Presence radiates. Even stationary souls can shine beams of connection that light others' paths. Whether you roam markets or rock in a porch chair, your voice, kindness, and attention are lighthouses. As we part, commit to one act that fortifies a tie. Call your cousin. Join that chorus. Wave to the delivery driver. Compliment the cashier's earrings. Offer the seat beside you at the park. Each small spark travels farther than you think, perhaps all the way to a lonely chess player across an ocean. Thank you for spending this time with me. You've learned the science of hormones, the art of conversation, the strategies of calendars, and the courage of forgiveness. Social ties are not luxuries, they are lifelines. Strengthening them enriches not just you, but every soul your life touches. Until next episode, may your phone ring often, your doorbell chime pleasantly, your inbox fill with thoughtful words, and your heart soak up the music of shared laughter. Keep reaching, keep welcoming, and remember, together we are infinitely stronger than alone.